Alright, so this one is going to be kind of a weirder video. It is technically a problem with a video, but it's also not. It's not going to have like the same kind of effort that I would put into a normal problem with, because quite frankly, I cannot bother giving this person a effort-filled video. Like, you can even just tell with the thumbnail. But this video is the problem with Civer. There you go, there's the title card. That's the only title card that's going to be in this video. But basically, like I said, this video is not going to have a lot of effort put into it. I feel like the most effort that's going to be in is me, filling in the dead space, taking out bad takes, and, putting in clips for proof and stuff like that. And that's really about it. I haven't even put on a fucking voice for this video. I feel like I'm already doing too much effort by just even making the video in the first place, but as you can also probably tell by how you see me in the bottom left there, I literally just took the footage from my video where I played Dead by Daylight and tried out Springtrap for the first time. It's, like I said, I don't care enough to record any unique footage, so I'm just doing that. Hell, I didn't even really make a script for this. You want to see the script? Boom. There's a script. Right here. You have the stuff I'm talking about, and then you have the sources. And that's it. That's the whole script. So basically what I plan for this video is I'm gonna upload this right before the problem with DSP2 Phil Electric Begaloo, just so it gets completely overshadowed by a much better and much more effort-filled video. And I'm also not going to advertise this anyway. I'm not going to put it on, I'm not going to post a link to it on Twitter. I'm not going to put like a teaser to it on TikTok or Instagram. Not going to even put it into my Discord server. The only way people are going to be able to find this video is through either being subscribed to this channel and having notifications on, or just by, if you end up finding it because you typed Civer in some way. So what exactly is the problem with Civer? Well, basically, he's a massive hypocrite, a whiny cunt, and he's just honestly a shitty and annoying person in general. So basically, the whole thing with Civer kind of started when Spook and Jukes made a video talking about Civer, but didn't reveal that it was Civer. So if you don't know Spook and Jukes, basically he makes videos where he plays Dead by Daylight, but also he has some videos where he talks about toxic creators in the Dead by Daylight community. But what Spook and Jukes does, in order to ensure that a hate mob doesn't get sent towards a person, he usually will, keep their name out of it or hide their face or anything like that. There's only 2 examples which are no longer on his channel for whatever reason, and that was Matthew Santoro and Angry Pug. Those were the only 2 that I remember him like actually putting the name and faces of in videos, but that's because they are big creators and that they actually are very problematic and toxic. But basically, Spook and Jukes made this video right here, and he blurred out Civer's name, his channel name. He didn't provide any link to a video in the description or provide any kind of title for the video. He just said, hey, this person made a video that talks about me being a shitty person, so yeah, this person's actually very toxic. That's pretty much all the video was. And River, being the intelligent person he is, decided, hey, I'm just going to straight out admit that it was me in the video, and fuck you, Spook and Jukes. That's essentially what he did. And he went on pretty much this whole tirade about how Spook and Jukes was punching down on him. And this is where, the him being a hypocrite is. But basically, like I said, he would complain that Spook and Jukes is punching down on him because he is a much smaller and less liked creator than Spook and Jukes, and I can't imagine why nobody would like him. The thing is, though, is that River has punched down on people before, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he punched down on me if he ever sees this video. In fact, I'm kind of anticipating that he will punch down. I don't know if I'll respond to it. If so, it'll probably be in the same way I'm doing this video right here. One of the examples I want to talk about is this content creator named Reaper. Reaper made a video called DBD's Most Hypocritical YouTuber, and he basically talked about how Civer would punch down and basically bully Reaper, despite the fact that he has almost 40,000 subs and Reaper only has 4,000. Crazy how that works. Oh, if somebody big talks about me, oh, you're punching down, but I'm allowed to punch down on other people. You're not allowed to punch down on me, though, if you're bigger than me. That's not okay. It's fucking stupid.
After a few days, it turns out that River talked shit about me and in true River fashion lied and changed his moral rule set constantly to fit his narrative. Now on to the live stream where he first initially talked about me.
You know who else made a video on me that I haven't really seen? I just skimmed through. Oh my god, I fucking closed it again. Reaper DVD. Oh god, this guy's so irrelevant I can't fucking find him. It's like Reaper with a 3, right?
River says here that I'm irrelevant and it's hard to find me. You'll see later, this guy is proven to know exactly who I am and is an actual fan of mine. If he would have scrolled down a tiny bit more, he'd see my channel. I'm so irrelevant that my videos show up 5 videos down when you type Reaper correctly. He says this as a way to diminish anything I have to say in that reaction live stream.
His community would never demean anybody for stuff they can't control, right? The whole stuttering thing is like one of their main points. I'm not going to use it as an excuse, but I do have diagnosed anxiety. It's medicated. Oh, you're stuttering. Yeah, I have anxiety. Like, and depression.
People that usually bring up his stuttering are not doing it because it's a low blow. River acts very pompous and made a section of his video about DBD's community and how many different forms of content in the space are terrible. Not only that, but he's been on record multiple times making fun of people's appearances.
And he's also just like an overweight 30-year-old who still lives with his parents and does nothing. He's just a really, really, really fat loser.
Do you use that nectar to hide a shiny double chin? I don't know.
River can dish out hate, but when it comes back to him, that's a problem.
So on to River being a whiny cunt. So basically, like I've already mentioned, he whined that Spook and Jukes called him out for being a toxic person and said that he was punching down, which not even true. Like, Spook and Jukes just called River out for being toxic. That's really all he did. And he didn't even mention you by name. You revealed that on your own volition. But another thing he whined about was when Springtrap came out, which, as y'all know, I came back into Dead by Daylight because of Springtrap, because I saw he was coming out. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And to be honest, I probably picked the worst time to come back because a lot of shit happened. Basically, in a video, he complained that Springtrap was recycled and then proceeded to give examples of killers who also have some recycled stuff in it. He went on to complain that Springtrap's axe was basically making him a worse huntress, which it can kind of be true that it would be worse huntress, if not for the fact, if there wasn't any add-ons that would make the axe being on the ground useful. And it also would be worse huntress if Springtrap didn't have the ability to instantly pick up a survivor who has an axe embedded in them. He also likes to complain whenever people rightfully say that Kaneki is overpowered, which I've never actually played him, but I have seen other people play him, and it is actually kind of ridiculous what Kaneki can do, and also because he doesn't really have a cooldown for his power. Now I want to get on to how River Crier is just a shitty person and just annoying in general. A couple of videos made by Mr. Wafake, it's explained that River Civer is also just like weirdly racist towards white people by calling things white humor or saying like, oh, this person's white, and I don't know, it's just weird.
I was with him pretty much the whole time on that video. I was like, yeah, this guy's making some pretty good points, and then he just started throwing shade at random creators, and then I was like, okay. At first it didn't really bother me. I was like, maybe something happened that I didn't hear about, I don't know. And then he just kept doing it. And he kept doing it. And then he wouldn't stop mentioning about how these creators were white. I don't know what, like, weird, fucked up version of racism this guy was trying to put out on the internet. But it was the most desperate attempt to get attention I've ever seen.
I feel like maybe that part's not too much, but, I mean, he has said, bigoted stuff in the past before, so I mean, there's still plenty of stuff. Honestly, if you want to see the other stuff, there's a whole playlist that I'm going to put in the description below. I'll even scroll through it on screen real quick so y'all can see. There's plenty of videos y'all can watch if y'all want to learn more about it. I don't care to learn about it more. So what kind of inspired me to make this video was this tweet from River Civer here. At first glance, this doesn't seem that weird or it looks kind of innocent, but the context is that in that video, Spook and Jukes explains that he's done doing it because somebody doxed him and now he's getting death threats, not just against him, but against his wife and his child, which is just fucking insane that somebody would do that over either a game or just being called a shitty person. It's insane that there are people like that. So yeah, it's just very disgusting and tone deaf that he would reply to this saying, I win, especially when you didn't win, because Spook and Juke still seems to be doing those kinds of videos, thankfully. I'm glad he's out of that now and can do what he wants to do. Even if River Civer did quote-unquote win, he still has so many fucking losses of when Spook and Jukes just absolutely fucking demolished him in debates, or actually not even just Spook and Jukes, just pretty much anybody. In several thumbnails where he has Spook and Jukes as like a puppet character in his thumbnails, he puts on this badge that says age is just a number. Everyone knows what that insinuates. It insinuates that the person who says that is a pedophile. And it's just like, you're a fucking idiot. You could be sued for that, and I honestly hope that Spook and Jukes does sue you for that, because it would be really fucking funny if you got sued for slander. And on to how he's annoying. Basically, a lot of people speculate that he rage baits, and now that I've mentioned the word rage and bait in the same sentence, he's probably going to comment that shitty video that he puts anytime somebody says rage bait. Here, I'll go ahead and play a little snippet of it so you can see how cancer it is.
If you've been sent this video, it means you have failed to refute my argument and have instead shown your collective thinking skills by using meaningless buzzwords such as yapping, rage bait, or skill issue. Something along those lines.
There you go. Yeah, that's cancer. It seems like he tried to, just rage bait ironically, and he ended up faking it until he made it. And it seems like he has went from somebody just trying to rage bait to somebody who is actually acting the way he did while trying to rage bait. But if you call him out on it, then you're wrong and you're stupid, and any argument you made, no matter how correct it is just invalid. But yeah, anyway, that's the problem with River Civer. I don't really have anything else to say other than enjoy the problem with DSP2 Phil Electric Begaloo. See ya.